And he has a video linked as well where Hassan's saying go sub to this guy, I like him. And I think he has another video that I've seen where Mizkif says something to the effect of like, oh, you know, this guy makes amazing videos. I love his animations. Go sub to him. Go check him out. Like, I think what he's saying is like he's happy to take the reaction if there's some promo involved, in which case like the YouTuber's gaining some sort of audience off that interaction.
So what we're saying is that there is a concern on one facet of React content that can literally be fixed with a, hey man, could you do this? And since we're after the fact, I was damaged by this, could you do this? And I could say, yeah, we could absolutely do that. I'm sorry about that. I'll do better next time. And we could end the problem. Except that wasn't a problem until somebody made a problem from thin air and said jumped on the bandwagon after other people that aren't part of the problem jumped on the bandwagon as well. And the whole thing was based off of a non-issue. That's the problem, and you seem to. It's hard to convince you of that. Even though I'm telling you, I have like multiple thousands hours of content uploaded from other people's content, and not a singular complaint is still public out there.
Do you think those thousands of hours of content led people to believe that maybe you would be unwilling to change because it's such a big precedent for you that a lot of your content is reacting to stuff?
Wait, hold on, wait.
I don't think he has to. I'm just curious, I guess.
Let me clean this argument up a little bit, okay? So I think because despite how he represents the argument, I do largely agree with what XQC is saying. Although I don't think I think he has trouble enunciating it. But here's a couple of the issues. So one issue is that it feels like the arguments move around a lot for what people actually care about. Like sometimes as a streamer, as we defend our properties, we're like shadow boxing with 7 different arguments. Sometimes it feels like some people are saying don't react at all, that's unethical. Other people are saying you can react, but you have to give good reactions. Others are saying you can react and not give good reactions, but at least you have to shout us out. Other people are saying, well, you can do this, but you need to get permission first. Other people are saying, well, you could do this, but you also have to pay money. And so it's like, it feels like there's not a coherent ask sometimes from people, which is one part of the problem. And then the second part of the problem is it feels like people don't care until somebody kind of makes a big stink about it, and now it's kind of like the thing, and now everybody cares. So I think with X and that Vince guy, now this is my recollection, and I could totally be wrong, so feel free to, if you've seen other tweets, correct me if I'm wrong. It sounds like that Vince guy was super on Mizkif's side for a lot of things. He liked streamers reacting to his stuff. He didn't seem to have anything bad to say about it until I think it was Mudahar that first made the reaction video, or somebody first made it.
It was him, yeah.
And then all of a sudden a bunch of people were like, oh, this is actually horrible. And not only was it a bad thing, now it was like a really big deal. And it almost felt like we were in this world where you kind of had these like streamers that were running Gotham City, and all of these YouTubers were like these poor homeless people that were being forced out of their jobs by evil React streamers. So the scale of everything seemed messed up. The actual complaints were hard to nail down, and it felt like people were changing their mind based on, you know, what videos were popular at the time. And I think that was the big frustration for streamers at that point.
So just to lay out my opinion, like my genuine opinion, because I'm playing devil's advocate a little bit here.
Yeah.
My perspective.
But at the end of the day, why do you care so much? Like, what does it have to do with you? Why do you feel
it's an interesting conversation. I'm a YouTuber.
Yeah, I mean, he's a
okay, but so you don't think you rip off other people's content? There's never been one time where you've ever done anything like this. The only reason people are mad at him for it is because he's successful, and that's literally all it is. People hate because people are successful.
So for the record, I don't think that's the only reason, because there's a lot of successful people. There's a lot of successful people who are not hated, and they don't do React content. Okay, X is hated. He does do React content. My genuine opinion, I used to be when I was a smaller channel. I used to like mauled at like React streamers, and I think that my genuine opinion on it at the end of the day is like it's bad content, but I don't really care. My opinion used to be like it's stealing, it steals views. Genuinely, my opinion now is like it probably doesn't steal views. Maybe if it's a reaction that's uploaded within the first like day of the video's viewership, maybe it will siphon some views away. But overall, like big sort of picture, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think the content is shit, but X, I think you know that. I don't think you really care about that, so I don't think it's a really big deal for you. You said yourself you don't want to do, you know, high effort stuff, and that's whatever. Obviously, it doesn't stand to benefit you to change your content in any way. That being said, I think if you're a smaller content creator, if you're not a let me know, if you're someone like me and you're a smaller content creator, who, if you're not like me,
wait, did you say